The last book that we're going to talk about today is The Little Old Lady Who Is Not Afraid of Anything, and this is by Linda Williams and illustrated by Megan Lloyd. Do you think this little old lady is afraid of anything? I don't. I think she's pretty brave. But let's find out. This little old lady lives in a little cottage, and she lives by herself. She decides to go out and look for spices and herbs and nuts and seeds. Do you know what herbs and spices are? Herbs and spices are things that make food even tastier. They're plants that grow outside or inside and can be dried and then ground up and put in food, and it makes it even better. And you know what seeds and nuts are, right? One specific nut is an acorn. An acorn comes from a tree, and squirrels collect acorns, and they like to bury them, and they like to keep them and eat them for food. And sometimes squirrels forget where they bury these nuts. So these nuts then become trees. They get buried there, they forget where they are, they start to grow, and they become other trees. So those are what nuts are. Now this little old lady, she walked and she walked and she walked, and she didn't realize how late it had gotten. And it started to get darker, and she's on a dark path. Do you see that dark path? She's on a dark path, and she doesn't know what she's doing. And she realizes that she should probably turn around and go home. She doesn't want to get home before it's too dark. So she goes home, and on her way there, she meets a couple things. She meets a pair of shoes. Look at those shoes. They're by themselves, aren't they? What do you think it is? You think it's just a pair of shoes, or do you think there's someone there? We'll have to find out. And then she tells these shoes, you know, I'm not scared of you, and keeps going. And then she comes to the pair of pants. And the pants are also by themselves. Do you think there could be birds in there? Or do you think there could be anything there? Well, this is what she says. A little farther on, the little old lady stumbled into a pair of pants. And the pants went wiggle, 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 wiggle. Get out of my way, you pair of pants. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady, and she walked on. But behind her, she could hear. What do you think she could hear? We'll have to find out. So she keeps going on, and look at that. A shirt comes up after her, and that shirt looks like it could fly and hit her in the head. Do you think she's scared of that shirt? Uh-oh. And then we get a hat, and we get gloves. Oh no! Do you think she's scared of those? She might be. Would you be scared if you saw a hat and gloves following you? I would be too. And then, as she gets closer to her cottage, she sees a jack-o'-lantern. But it's just a jack-o'-lantern. It's floating around. I don't know what's going to happen. This jack-o'-lantern, does it look scary or does it look happy? I think it looks happy, but if you saw a jack-o'-lantern floating around on its own, what would you think? So the little old lady runs, and she gets a little scared, and she starts to think, oh no, what's going to happen? What's going on? So you can see in her basket, what does she have in there? What does she have in her basket? She has those herbs and those nuts and those seeds and those spices, so that she can make something yummy for dinner. She gets into her house, and she hears something, but she ignores it. She hopes that it goes away. And then she hears something more. And she sees all of the clothes, the pants, the shirt, the shorts, the shoes, the gloves, the hat, and the jack-o'-lantern, all at her door. You're trying to scare her. Do you think she's scared now? Well, she has an idea. But this idea, I'm not going to tell you what it is. She wants to do something with this pumpkin and with those clothes. What do you think she does? Well, in order to find out, we'll have to read this whole book. And this book is called The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything by Linda Williams, illustrated by Megan Lloyd.